What's going on, my fellow residents? It's me, TheFrozenCavern, and today we're going to continue through our blind journey through Jak X. In the last episode, we did some more of the yellow Eco Cup so we could work our way to the Grand Prix, and in this episode, we will definitely be getting to that because all we really need are 3 more golds, and hopefully, very hopefully, we will be able to get all those golds. Okay, it's another capture the flag.
Plenty of times when a target is a sitting duck, and other times when the other guy has the advantage. Know the difference, and pick your battles wisely. That way, you'll always have the upper hand.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, like I said before, this isn't exactly my most favorite game mode. Okay, I didn't really look at the map, so I'm not gonna care too much. Again, it's capture the flag, and this is also, like, partially luck-based, so it's whatever, really. By the way, I just want to say this track is very confusing. Come on, get this man. He's not moving anywhere for some reason. I figured he would have moved, but yep, I have it now. Let's go. This should, if I don't crash and be stupid, this should be a very easy thing to get, as long as I don't be stupid and crash, because remember, this is still my fastest vehicle. And it's also kind of weird how the bases themselves aren't really pointed out on the actual map. I don't know why they wouldn't go into the thing. Go into the thing, there we go. But anyways, I don't know why they wouldn't actually mark that on the map. I feel like that's pretty important to actually mark. Right now, my strategy is to try and distract the people who are trying to chase down my partner. As long as I can keep them, okay, is he, get into the base please.
Nope.
He's gonna die. He's more than likely going to die, and I actually have to go back and get it. Oh my goodness. There. Goodness. I don't know why it took so long for him to get that in, but whatever. That was a... okay, never mind. It's not actually a fight in order to get it. I need to get this. Please be a good item. That's good, but I'm nowhere close enough. Yeah, he's got that. I'm not even gonna bother. Let's just do a reset real quick. Alright, perfect positioning. Yeah, if they're too far ahead, just go back to the actual power cell. There's not really any point in trying to actually fight it off if they're too far ahead. You get a major advantage if you're actually able to just, you know, look and see, oh, yeah, they're too far gone anyways. Might as well just head back. My biggest issue with this game mode in general is just that it's so easy for the majority of the game to take place in just one singular area, because there's always just like a shortest route to an actual thing, and everyone will just be chasing after someone, so it's not like you'll be going around in too many different areas. It's overall just extremely boring to do this game mode. That's mainly why I didn't talk this much in this, but regardless, it was I'm not even gonna say it was an easy gold. That was very close, but regardless, that was one of the 3 wins that we need to get. Let's head over to here and see what exactly we have.
Let's try a nice little death race up and over the mountaintop highway. Phew. All those ups and downs are enough to make a girl sweat. And you'll be sweating if you don't win this event. Show 'em how it's done, Jak.
She won't be wrong, but, death race. I'm trying to remember what exactly... okay, I remember what I have to do. I don't know why I forgot. That was dumb. Okay, is it just me, or does the actual, like, respawning for this race feel a little bit more... what's the proper word? I don't think delayed is probably the proper word, but it could be, but it feels a lot more spread out than normal, because I'm not able to get as many bonus, kills as normal. Maybe that's because I'm trying to compare it to the Rush Hour one, where it's like 10 times easier to actually get one, so maybe that's why it's not as easy, but at the same time, they're really far ahead too, but I feel like I should be doing a little bit better. By the way, yeah, they're going really fast. What on earth? Okay, even while like constantly boosting, I can't get so close to the other 2 that are in front of me, so I'm losing out on automatic points for stuff I cannot control at all. Unless, well, no, yeah, they're like respawning because they're going too far ahead, which shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, for this game mode, you have to boost like constantly, because I don't know why, but they just have a lot of speed here, and it's not like most of the other races even had something like this. Because look at that, they're getting super far ahead.
12 seconds later.
Okay, that was actually terrible. What on earth? Game, how am I? Okay, let me retry that again. By the way, I just had a horrendous thought. What if you had to do one of these missions while you couldn't use weapons? That would actually be the worst possible thing in the world that could happen. I'm glad that so far we haven't been sabotaged, and from what I've heard, we're not getting sabotaged again, so thank goodness for that. But at the same time, I'm just imagining how much worse it could have been. Because what if we continuously kept getting sabotaged the entire race, which is something I was actually worried about. But just, I don't know why, but I too often think about what could have actually been worse than what we are doing right now. Alright, we just barely got silver there. I'm not going to worry too much about trying to get gold there because that's going to be very difficult, and I'm also going to have to spend a lot more time on trying to look at different cars and junk, so let's just go to this.
This is another tough race, Jak. Just remember to turbo when you can and keep your racer pointed down track. If the race gets tight, then go to guns. There are no points for the slow drivers.
Of course, there's no points for the slower drivers. So, should we just continue with this vehicle? I don't know. Because using the boomer, no, that's not going to work. What was the really good vehicle? I think it was the anvil that we took. Javelin's pretty good too. Was it the Havoc? I don't think the Havoc was all that great. Let's go with Javelin, why not? It's decently fast, has a decent amount of armor, and turbo as usual.
2 hours later.
By the way, the only reason I haven't said anything for this entire time is that as soon as I say something, I instantly start doing bad, and I was about to say, like, you know, I'm doing, like, the best drifts possible, and then, of course, stuff like this starts happening where I go drifting into the wall every 5 seconds.
3 weeks later.
Alright, I'll take silver at this point. I'll just take that. I was hoping that I would only need to get golds, but whatever, I will just take
I like my races
all the
like
silvers I
like
can get.
I start from the bottom and work up. This event through the waterworks goes from the sewers below to the haven streets above, and it will test every ounce of your skill and stamina. Go get him, Tiger.
Alrighty then, let's go with the anvil. My goodness, that race took way too long for me to actually get any form of decent placing. You know, I kind of only just noticed that the actual requirement for bronze is only 90. That's a little weird. The numbers are at least over 100, so that's a little worrying, especially for this, because like most of them are at least over 200, so I'm kind of surprised that only 90 is the bare minimum that you need. But considering how well I'm doing right now, and I'm pretty sure I'm halfway through, yeah, I think it justifies this point.
Later.
Alright, we got at least silver. Time to head over to the Grand Prix. That was like the worst build-up possible for me to try and get up to that, because I was expecting or wanting to get gold the entire time, and I got nothing but silvers.
Take home all the marbles. Rumor
But-
has it there's a mystery racer in this final competition. Mizo must be pulling another one of his dirty tricks. So be careful and get ready for anything. We're counting on you, Jak.
Alright, get ready for just about anything, meaning I could easily get screwed over. So, Javelin, I guess.
Welcome everyone to the final race of the season. The winner here will take home all the marbles and virtually run Crash City when it's all over. And the loser? Wait, this just in. There's been a late entry for the Mizo team. Sources say this mysterious wheel jockey is one of the best drivers in the world. So stay tuned for all the death and destruction.
Well, it's the final race, eh? It all comes down to this. I just hope I didn't miscalculate the poison's potency. Win quickly and save yourselves. I want that trophy.
I don't feel so good.
Me either.
Your father's agent better have those antidotes waiting at the finish line.
I've got your back, Jak.
And I've got yours.
Hey! Who's got mine?
I do.
Kira?
Kira, you're not going to race.
Daddy, I'm racing, and that's final.
Ah, just like her mother.
Let's do this.
All for one.
And one right in the groin.
Let's make Mizo pay.
Alright, it is a little bit upsetting that Kira can only race in the final race of the game, or assumingly the final race of the game. Especially, when did it actually be brought up that that happened, where Kira and Samos had their conversation about like, oh no, you're not racing. I think it was in a Blue Eco Cup where that happened. So yeah, that's still a little weird that only now she's being able to race. Especially since she's like one of the people who knows more than most other people about like the actual racing things in junk. Considering that in Jak 2 she like specialized in that, and really for the entire series she did. But Jak 1 it was pretty prominent, and Jak 2 as well. Jak 3 not really as much, which is a little bit upsetting. Oh, GT Blitz, he's racing apparently. Interesting. since his father died, I'm assuming he's going to die the same way. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. This is the only race that he's being in. He's more than likely going to die. I'm calling it right now. So far, GT Blitz seems to be doing extremely well, almost too well to be honest, but we will hopefully be able to change that, maybe. Knowing how I've been doing this entire episode so far, it's not going to go too well. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised with how well GT Blitz is doing right now. He seems to be in first almost every time I look up there. Almost every single time I look up there, if I'm not in first, he's more than likely in first. Him or Razor. Alright, let's go. Go, go, go. Nothing's gonna hit me. And we are good. Alright, we won first place for our first race, and we're doing good. Still have to worry about Blitz, though. Gotta worry about him. Razor a little bit. Razor's not too bad, and there's only one lap here. Oh, goodness. By the way, something I think I actually noticed is that so far we haven't heard any actual commentary from Blitz, making sense because, of course, he's actually racing right now. I don't know why he would be commentating over it, but whatever. But I think everything so far has been from Pecker, which is actually interesting. If that is the case, then that's a nice little detail that I'm glad that Naughty Dog actually, you know, made sure to actually, well, make sure of. Okay, how did 2 lightning bolts pass by me? Okay, I've never actually seen that before. That's extremely lucky for the computers, and I'm very, very grateful that I'm not the person in first right now. By the way, I am trying to figure out who this, it wasn't Mizo. Wait, no, it is Mizo. I need to figure out who Mizo is, because we haven't actually had, like, a clear identification of him yet. We've just have, like, a very vague image of what he looks like, which is literally just a silhouette, so it could literally be anything. But, regardless, we need to get some answers, man. Alright, we are really close to the end, so we just need to hold on for the long haul here, and we will be good. Just gotta keep going, and I accidentally used my red weapon. Hopefully that won't come back to bite me. Oh no. Okay, don't crash either. You threw one of the other races like this, don't do it now. Especially since this is the Grand Prix, and it matters a lot here. I'm about to get third, aren't I? No? Okay. Ah! I didn't expect that to be there. I was hoping that he wouldn't. This is bad. Okay, let me actually look at the placing here. This is... Okay, I'm in second. I'm 4 points behind. I have to demolish Blitz right now. And I have to get ahead of Razor. This is going to be very close. This is going to be the closest Grand Prix that I've had the entire game. What's worrying is that even if I do get first, it's completely luck reliant where, who is it? Where Blitz ends up. So if Blitz does not end up in a lower place than, I think, second, I'm going to lose and I have to redo the entire Grand Prix. I have to make sure that... Well, the thing is, I can't even make sure that he's in a lower place. That's basically going to be the computer's job, and whether that happens or not is going to be very luck reliant, and considering that he's been doing extremely well so far, I doubt that they're actually going to make him, you know, stay in the back for very long, if not the entire race. Alright, I'm in second. I'm behind both of the people I need to be ahead of. Okay, ow. Okay, ahead of Blitz, and okay, I can't shoot Razor. He's so low though, which sucks, because I can't do anything. Game, I haven't actually begged of you before until now for me to be able to win, but I need to win. It's the last race, assumingly, the last race of the game. I need this win. There's nothing else I need right now. Okay, we have this lightning ball in case anyone gets in front of us. And I can't defend myself here. Okay, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to use this immediately. Oh goodness, that's a really far away lightning ball. Wait. Oh, it just went away completely. That's weird. They normally don't do that, but I guess it just happened. Okay, thank you, game. Now, please don't let that... Okay, we're nowhere near the end, so we're good for now. We are good for now. Just use that, get up back into first, and we can continue. Come on, go, go. No, no, get behind. No, Razor. Oh my... Wait, what? How did I get bronze? What did... Oh, okay, they both beat me by 2 points. I have to do all that again.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting, and they had to hire a new one.
Alright. took only one additional try for the Grand Prix, which is good. But, alright. Literally that last race depended on what place GT Blitz came in. But thankfully he came in like, what, 5th place or something like that? And it was at the very end where it happened, so... Oh goodness. The Yellow Cup is very, very tough.
There you have it, folks. The Crash City Grand Championship has been won in style by Jak and his racing team. What a finish! And the mysterious driver turns out to be my co-host, GT Blitz.
You did it, Jak!
Yeah, we did.
Rain, what's going on?
Relax. This whole thing was designed to flush Mizo out. As for the poison, don't worry. I've got the antidotes right here.
How could you know that Mizo would be close?
Father tried to eliminate Mizo for years, but he could never ID the man. Then we realized there is no Mizo. Or rather...
Out of my way! You broke the rules!
Blitz!
I'm Mizo, and losing the bet changes nothing. I'll crush your family and this whole city. No one else will ever know. No one except for 200 million viewers, that is.
Yeah, that was extremely dumb.
For the cameras, big boy. Every star has to fall, right, Mizo? Ah! You will all die.
So I guess we still have one more race in, and we have to apparently hunt down and kill, Mizo. So it really just seems like a boss. It's not really anything else, and he has a lot of health, of course he does. Okay, this is going to take a good while. And I'm assuming I have to do this without dying too, which is going to suck, but... Oh, whatever. I just realized I also have these, the little guns on for this, which is weird, because most of the time when it comes to circuit races, I don't have this. But, whatever. Need to remember to use this, that way he doesn't always get his health back, because I've noticed that he can get some health back, but that might just be him grabbing, actual, like, health kits or whatever. I'm not sure if he's actually doing that, or if that's just over time he'll actually heal up, which is kind of unfair, but whatever. But with this, it kind of makes this boss extremely easy, since you can literally just continuously shoot him then. Just get behind him if you can and just shoot him. And more missiles. Alright, come on, get over here. More missile spam. Almost dead, get over here. And I'm assuming I have to beat him before he actually escapes too. There we go. Yeah, that was extremely easy.
She'll betray you, you know.
Are you still talking?
Rain. She'll become even worse than me.
Right. Like how you killed your own father?
And why not? He left us for his sick love of racing. And when he did, we vowed to own the whole damn sport. All of it. Every last part. You have a habit of leaving people to die, don't you?
You get used to it.
My leg!
Dang. Okay, well, Mizo and Blitz just exploded.
I pushed Jak to safety as the car exploded in a fiery inferno.
Wow. Great story, Dax.
Great racing, everyone.
Wonderful driving.
Thanks.
I was talking to my daughter.
Well, everyone, I must be on my way. Thank you all for helping me take out my father's enemies. This town will be a better place for it. And thank you, Jak, for showing me the light.
Take care.
Be better than your father.
You know, that old girl ain't so bad.
Again, that smile on her, I don't like it.
Hello, reindeer. So it's our little secret, eh? Just pour it into your glass first. 3 seconds and no more. And yours will have no poison. The rest will get a full dose. Then we'll take down that miserable Mizo and be the top crime family in Crash City. I only wish I could be there to give you a big hug. Like father, like daughter, eh?
Oh my god.
Call a meeting. I want every crime boss present. That's right. I'm running this town now. Father was too soft. No, don't eliminate the racers. They were my friends. Although probably not any longer. Ah, well, it's just business. Who would have thunk?
Well, if you'd all been thinking with your heads.
Yeah, Jak.
The important thing is we won. And we're alive.
And we brought down that scumbag Measle.
And we rocked the racing circuit, right, Jack? I said, right, Jack? Hey! Will you kiss her already? Sheesh.
Don't interrupt then.
Oh, yeah. That's what I call a photo finish.
Oh, goodness. And credits roll? I'm assuming? Yes, credits roll. Okay. So, time for the review of this game. So, in terms of gameplay, so we're just going to start off with that. In terms of gameplay, in terms of being a racing game, because this is the first racing game I've done on the channel ever, it's a very, very, very good racing game. And it is a shame that you can't play online on PS4. And were you able to on PS2? I'm assuming you could, but on PS4 you're not able to play online. There is still local play, but I'm probably not going to use that. But again, online play isn't a thing, and it does suck because I would probably actually use this. This is a decent comparison to like Mario Kart, and it's not exactly Mario Kart, which is the thing, because whenever it comes to any form of like spin-offs or whatever that happens for a particular series, they'll try to copy off of whatever it is that Mario's doing, but Jak and Daxter does not do that, which is good, because too many series do that. I'm just glad that this game managed to be unique. It was just the yellow cup. I know it's supposed to be the hardest one in the game, but oh my goodness, the spike in difficulty, or at least for me, the spike in difficulty between blue and yellow were ridiculous. Ow. It just hurts sometimes. How long have I run? I've been recording for like an hour because of how long it's taken me to retry these things. Now, in terms of story, it's not as grand as the other games. To be fair, I shouldn't be expecting that because it is a racing game, but there are some twists here and there about characters coming back, but at the same time, they don't really have too much of a connection. They were really just put there just to have references back to like other games and junk like that, mainly 2 and 3, but aside from that, they didn't really do much else in terms of story. Now, in terms of, well, for everything else in part of the story, the twist usually with the entire series is always at the end, and this game is no different. So that's good, I guess. I don't know, I was just expecting a little bit more in terms of story, mainly because it's a Jak and Daxter game, but at the same time, I was probably expecting too much because it's a racing game, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt there. But Rain actually being as evil as, who is it, Crew? Yeah, there was one other time, aside from this episode, where I said that her smile, I don't trust that. I honestly didn't trust that smile, and I was very, very correct to do so. But, unfortunately, there's not really going to be anything else involving Ryan, at least I don't think, because I don't know if Jak X is actually canon in the series or not, so I want to assume that it might, but I have no idea if it is. So if it is, then maybe Daxter or the Lost Frontier. The Lost Frontier probably takes place after this game, so maybe there's a connection to the Lost Frontier, but I don't know. So, is there anything else? Music. Music is actually like pretty good. I do need to listen to the soundtrack a little bit more, but there are some songs in here that I can definitely see listening to in my off time. I'm not going to do it while driving though, because no, that's going to be a little dangerous. But yeah, it's been rather successful so far in terms of music. Oh right, I forgot, you can play as Pecker, but you have to buy him. I'm kind of upset that you have to buy Daxter though. That doesn't make too much sense to me that you have to buy Daxter. But whatever. But, oh goodness, it's crazy to think that I've played almost every, oh wow, Daxter, okay, whatever, your cart. But anyways, it's crazy to think that I played 1, 2, 3, and X within about a year. That's actually crazy to me. And I still have Daxter, however it is I'm going to be able to get around to that. And I still have the Lost Frontier, and yes, I know that that game's not exactly that good compared to the other games. However, since Jak and Daxter has been like the most successful series ever on my channel, I'm going to do that game. I may suffer through it, but it's a game I have to get around to, and I just need to have my own opinion for myself, because I've done that before in the past with some other games, and The Lost Frontier will be no different. So right now the credits, or at least the character models, are just re-rolling. Is there anything else I can do in terms of this? I'm trying my best to not skip the credits, because I want all the credit to actually go to the, you know, creators and junk. But I don't want to risk it. I'm not going to try and risk it. But again, in terms of difficulty, again, it progresses, which is good, but the yellow cup, oh my goodness, the yellow cup, it's so up there in terms of difficulty. I don't know why. It's just such a big gap between the yellow and blue cup, but maybe that was just my experiences with it. Now, in terms of game modes, least favorite game mode is Capture the Flag, or Capture the Power Cell, whichever you want to call it. Capture the Power Cell, it's boring, cluttered, and most of the time you'll be spending your time in like 1 or 2 areas. Even though it's a giant arena, but most people are literally just going to go back and forth between your team's base and then the other team's base. There's not really anything else you can do, unfortunately. It could have been much better, but unfortunately, Capture the Flag just ended up being my least favorite. So, in terms of my favorite one, it's probably just the regular races, to be honest, because in terms of, well, Rush Hour is pretty fun if you have the right vehicles. If you don't have the right vehicles, it's going to be a major pain to actually do that. What's another one? There was Rush Hour. There was the Turbo Cell, I think it was called. Turbo Cell. It can be fun, but that's only if you're winning. If you're not, if you don't have basically perfect throughout the, at least most of the race, you're not going to have too much of a fun time. But overall, there were a lot of game modes too, which is another thing that surprised me, because this has more game modes than Mario Kart does. So that's a plus there. So there's plenty of things to do, and it gives you a lot of replay value. Now, in terms of extras, there is a hero mode that I was told about, because I could buy that. And there are some other things you can get. There's wheels. I didn't really get to any customization for the vehicles, mainly because I didn't feel like it was necessary, because that doesn't actually affect stats at all. So I didn't even bother. But just everything is so deep and detailed in terms of this game's gameplay, because like I said, the carts can be upgraded for future use. They have their own unique attributes. That's what it is. They have their own unique attributes that help you in certain game modes that would be incredibly terrible in other game modes. But just being bulkier, being able to turn easily, being able to go really fast, just overall, all of that is just extremely polished. And yeah, we unlock Kira and GT Blitz, or Mizo. But oh goodness, we did it all. All 4 of the cups are done. We have the red, green, blue, and yellow cups. And that was Jak X. Now, as I said, I do still have to get around to Daxter at some point, as well as the Lost Frontier. The next Jak and Daxter game will be Daxter. I'm saving the Lost Frontier for last. So, I'm going to be ending off the series with possibly, more than likely, probably, a low impression of how the series ends. But it's something I still have to get to. Now, I am going to be taking a break from Jak and Daxter, because I did say before I was, but then I had technical difficulties with trying to make some games work. But I just had this on standby, so I'm like, you know what? Might as well just play this in the meantime. Jak and Daxter gets views. So, yeah. Again, Daxter will take a little bit of time, but in the meantime, I am doing other Let's Plays still, so make sure you guys check out all the other Let's Plays that I'm doing, or any of them that you are actually interested in. We need to try and get the Daxter, well, not Daxter, Jak and Daxter views over to my other Let's Plays. Let's try and make that happen. But anyways, thank you all for watching my Jak X blind playthrough. Until next video, till next Let's Play, till next whatever it is that you see me, take care.
I want you for a